On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Men do not want an independent woman. We want a
Why
woman
the hell
that
are
is
people
going to
recommending
complement
me?
us. We don't want a woman that's going to match our fly.
Do men
You're
listen
not my
to me?
equal.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Men,
Chicago Gorilla,
I know,
just
Tawana, I
mute
can't hear
Chicago
you. I
Gorilla.
can't hear you.
That's
I know.
Chicago Gorilla. Hold on.
the damn device, please, and shut up. First of all, God damn.
Did you tell me shut up?
Yes, I did. Because
She
you
said
put on my
yes.
last
She
nerve.
did.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's a bet.
That's
That's a bet.
a bet. Okay. First of all, Tawana never said that men wanted independent women. So
I
why
didn't say
in the
Tawana
hell?
said. Tawana, you represent women. I
Okay.
didn't say Tawana said.
Hello. I didn't say that
Ooh, let it out, girl.
I didn't say that men wanted independent women. That was the first thing that I did not say.
Yeah,
Please.
man, open it up to the callers, bro.
Yeah, I actually got a caller right
I
now.
will have to take a private class if y'all need to.
All right, caller, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what was your question or statement?
My statement is first, I would really want to know what does people consider a strong, independent woman, because I've been told several times that I'm a strong, independent woman, and it's not taken out of context or as if it's a bad thing. It's just basically saying that as a woman, I've been in a position to where I can take care of myself, I can take care of my bills, I do what I need to do in life substantially without a man being present. But it's not to say that I don't want a man or I don't need a man. I'm just able to accomplish what I have accomplished on my own.
Anybody want to address that?
Hey, you all right?
Yes,
over there?
I want to address that one.
I'm about to say, I thought you.
I want to address that one because look,
Caesar, bro.
because look, at the end of the day, all the stuff that women are describing as independent is adulthood. Let's just be perfectly real with that. Like like I said earlier, if you if you don't get married till you're 30 years old, what are you going to do from the time that you graduate from high school till then?
Exactly.
Hopefully you will learn some skills that would put you in a position to take care of yourself. So if you do that as a woman or he does that as a man, that's just being an adult. The thing is that we just like people are acting like this is 100 years ago.
Exactly.
If this was 100 years ago and women weren't going to college and weren't going to school and weren't getting jobs and things like that, then a woman that had a good job might be an outlier. But, we literally graduated every year with hundreds of these women that go into all kinds of fields, that do all kinds of things. It's not rare.
But here's the thing. And right before I even decided to speak, JR labeled me as a strong, independent woman. And he didn't mean it in a positive light. He meant it in a negative way. And so what I want this young lady to really listen to is, what do men mean by that? Are they saying that you're impossible to work with, or are they really praising you? Like Lando, he really appreciates his woman for being strong and independent. Is that really a positive thing? Because what Josh is describing is what most men call strong and independent women, right? A woman who got her own. You heard a song. It's a song about it. It's all kinds of things that describe this independent. You know what it is. It describes that very thing. A woman with her own car.
It was sung by a simp. It was sung by a simp.
What I'm telling you,
refused to even marry his own chick. Who are we talking about?
But what I'm telling y'all is that when men, what Josh is saying is true. That it is just being an adult. You have to take care of yourself. But when men say, or when people say this strong, independent woman, they don't mean it positively. They always mean it in a negative light. It's a negative stigma that's associated with that. And it is a good thing for a woman to be independent.
Because a lot of women use that to be uncooperative.
Yep,
that's why.
Right.
a lot of women use that to be uncooperative.
Josh,
flowers.
So what I'm saying to you,
audience, I'm gonna need
and
y'all
what I'm
to clap
saying to
it up
that
for
young
Josh
lady
right
who
now.
called,
Clap it up for Josh.
What I'm saying to that young lady who called is, if a man is telling her that, it don't necessarily mean a positive thing. She may need to look at it and say, well, am I being uncooperative? Like, is he liking this, or is this something that he's criticizing me for? And if that's your constant, like if you're constantly being called this strong, independent woman, like JR tried to label me, right? When you constantly being that, that's what happens. That's what happens. Like, men put you in this box of being uncooperative, controlling, not able to work with anyone, difficult to live with, difficult to adjust. I mean, that is what they call strong, independent women. It's not this positive spin you're trying to put on it, Josh. It's amazing that you're saying, yes, a woman who just taking care of herself, just got a car, who's doing this. This is just regular stuff. Of course, but I wish men would look at it that way and stop judging women.
If she would just look at it that way, then it would be different. But the thing is,
of them
she acts like she decoded Rosetta Stone because she did these things.
Josh,
a lot of women don't.
Yeah, we got a caller too. When y'all get finished, we got a caller.
They want to be with men. They want to be with men. But a lot of men label them that because they have their own place.
Because she can't shut up. That's why.
Hey, Josh, I knew you had this in you. You just had to get it up out of you, bro. It was like you had an epiphany, bro, and now you shooting from the logo. Logo
right, go
Lillard.
ahead. We got a caller.
Lillard is on the podcast right now, bro.
All right, go ahead, caller.
All right, so the reason that men use the term independent woman is because that term is being used towards us by women for a long period of time. And anytime that's being used, most of the time women are using it to be uncooperative, or they're trying to level what they do as an adult as a reason to gain some benefit from us men or view them in a separate or better light. It's not that we're trying to shame women, but if a woman says she's a stripper and then you call her a stripper, you're not doing anything than saying what she is. If a man was to do that exact same thing, a woman would say a man was overcompensating. So if a guy talks about how big his member is, a woman would say he's lacking in some other area or he's showboating. Like, when a woman does it, though, it's us being bad. It's us being negative.
We love you, caller. You are right on point.
No,
on point, bro.
You speak for yourself now.
What's wrong with Tawana? You got something to say against that?
Yeah, listen. No, I agree with what he's saying as far as what women have used that term to mean against men and why men have a negative feeling about independent women. But also, I want to say that independent women are exactly how Josh is describing them. They just are in a position where they're working, they're taking care of themselves. That doesn't mean that they don't want a man. So we have to separate the two women. We have to separate women who really just are not interested in having a man. And we have to separate the women who are really just taking care of themselves, but still in the process of looking for a man.
Women who want a man need to stop listening to the women that can't get or keep them. It's that simple. Because the thing is honestly, if you listen to this independent, that's super uncooperative mother hen type.
Most women ain't even.
Did you take my weekend online course? I feel like you took my weekend online course, bro.
Most women aren't even listening to women. They're listening to men. That is what they're doing. And you see large followings, and women are listening to men, and they're getting advice from men, and they're actually
as they should be. They should be. Look,
are you insane?
You said what?
You a man, correct?
Yeah, and if you're a woman, you should be listening to the source, right?
Okay, so you should be listening to women then on how to be a man.
No, what I'm saying is that if the best way to figure out what women actually want is to listen to women, right?
So women should listen to men. Men should listen to men, though.
No, I didn't know. I didn't say that.
Josh, you got one thing wrong about that. Never listen to what women want, bro. Like, if you the winner, you have your pick. Like, if you at the top of your field, you the top 10%, the 5% of men. You literally are the one that decide. You create the narrative. It's not about what they want. You can be a nice guy and have nice character and listen to certain people and women and allow them to be able to contribute to the conversation and benefit.
Yeah, be a benevolent dictator.
But that does not mean that you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, be a benevolent dictator. Be a benevolent dictator. That's how it's gonna work. You know, you still have to, you know, take into consideration the, you know, the people that are, you know, around you. So I mean, you're gonna make your
there, bro.
We got a caller. We got a caller. We got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, so I just want to now this is about to put a spin on something, because I feel like the reason why there's a negative connotation for the sensible women that are considered strong, independent women is because they require more. Now, I'm not talking about the woman that's going around trying to throw her weight around because she makes this and she makes that. I'm talking about a woman that's really in a position to where she's settled, and at this point, all she needs is a man to complete the.
How does she look? How does she look?
All right now.
Like that's how does she look? Because she's not gonna gain any extra points with that good job and that good credit and all of that. Not with no dude that's already either there on his way to it. Like so you can't get a PhD or you know, get any, you know, bread or anything like that and all of a sudden elevate your dating stock with men that matter, because they're not counting that. They're counting other things. So yeah, it makes sense that a woman may feel like, you know what, I got a PhD, or I got a, you know, this, I'm doing this, I got a career, you know, I should expect more, or I want more from men. And you have the right to do that. And you're in a better position because you don't need a man for survival. So you don't need to necessarily settle. But at the same time, I mean, you're not necessarily increasing your stock by doing that kind of thing.
Yo, Lando, what you think, bro?
Man, I'm soaking a lot of this in. I'm soaking a lot of this in, man. To be honest with you.
I feel you.
I'm soaking a lot of this in. I'm loving this. These different perspectives, man. This a lot of help for me.
I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people don't respect different perspectives, and then they expect you to stay in some little box. And so therefore we got to embrace different perspectives. Anton doesn't, but I'm glad that
Anton clearly doesn't.
No. Oh, and
I respect
he's not alone. It's a lot of people who don't respect other people's, you know.
I do. I listen.
It's a lot of people who don't respect it.
I listen. I take it in. I realize how much garbage is being thrown at me, and then I spit it back out. Like, I'm not gonna swallow the bones. You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat the meat and then spit the bones out.
It's
we got a caller. We got a caller
in your life, right?
All right, go ahead, caller. You there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing?
How you doing? You got a question or a statement?
Yeah. So yeah, this is good. But the thing is, so I'm a real big guy. 300.
What?
6'1", muscle bound, all that good stuff. And the thing is, you know, I carry myself a certain way around women, but I'm pretty quiet as kept until I need to, you know, speak up. So the thing, you know, sometimes I wonder about this whole alpha male, beta male, because I'm not a beta by no means. But I carry myself with wisdom. I expect my woman to respect me. I will show her love to make sure she can, you know, have security as a man. And I think that's alpha, but I don't even label it as alpha. I don't even put a label on it. I just be the man that God made me and God wants me to be.
No, you've been reading the wrong scriptures.
I'm good with the alpha label.
You've been reading the wrong scriptures, because the scriptures say faith without works is dead. So he didn't just make you a specific way.
Regardless of alpha, beta, whatever, just be the man you got to be. God made you the leader, made leader of the home. Just be that.
We don't subscribe to that, bro.
Anything.
I don't know.
Leader. That's all I got to say.
I don't know no man. I don't know no man that's just inherently who he is. You got to put in the work. It ain't a person in the Bible. When you're talking to a person that studied the Bible inside and out, read it back and forth 7 times, been consistent in that. It ain't a dude in the Bible that did not have to put in the work. Everything that you get is based on condition. Even the scriptures say with faith without works is dead. You got to put in the work. Even Jesus himself had to put in the work. He didn't just come down and say, okay, everybody can go to heaven or everybody is forgiven for their sins or whatever like that. He had to endure. He who endureth to the end is the person that received the spoils. And my man that just said it, I knew right away he was a beta because he described who he was before he even made his point. The fact is that he's self-conscious and he haven't put in the work. That's why he weigh as much as he weigh. And that's why he's comfortable in who he is and trying to validate who he is by not really becoming the man that he's supposed to be. I'm telling you right now, bro, God wants you to be better than who you are. Get to doing the work and stop whining and complaining about titles.
All right, we got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, you all. How you doing?
Doing fine about yourself.
I'm great. First of all, I want to comment on my man that's in I believe, the pink shirt. I love that he just got awoke on live television, on live YouTube. You just, boom, it was just hit him in the face. That was fantastic for me. One, I want to say the comment of strong, independent woman is not something that men label to women. They label themselves. Now, I will say simps went along with it and say, you strong, independent, to try to get on your side to get in your pants. That was the I'm a cheer with you type of thing. But strong, independent is just being responsible, like my man said. And in a nutshell, we all want responsible people in our lives. But the thing about it, I don't want a dictator. I don't want somebody to tell me what I can and cannot do. A lot of women in our sector, or black women, feel like they have this mama thing over you where they can tell you how to live your life. And if you don't conform to what they think it should be, it becomes a strong dictatorship. And if you don't conform, then you're uncooperative. You don't deserve this, and you don't deserve to be around women. No, it's just we're tired of being dictated to. So we want to mutual respect, be mutual respectful. But if you can't be mutual respectful, then we can go other places. And that's what black women want us to be here for them, and but also want us to go away. They don't like it's like the most love-hate relationship you could ever have. They love you because you're a black man. They hate you because I don't respect you. I need you to be a 1950 man and open up the doors and take care of me, but also I want you to know this is my money. There's no cooperation. There's no nothing. So in the end, how many times do you get peed on and just say it's raining outside? You get tired, and then you want to walk away. And now we're bad for wanting to walk away. You're abandoning your women, like you're abandoning your children. No. A lot of us don't abandon our children. A lot of us abandon you, but you don't want to separate yourself from the children. And now we have children that hate fathers because your feelings been put onto that child. So my biggest thing is we have to learn to cooperate. But we at the table, and y'all walked away 20, 30, 40 years ago. Now we tired of waiting at the table. That's it.
Hi, I appreciate you calling.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks for calling.
Jesus.
What's wrong, Tawana?
I'm just tired of people projecting their experiences on other people. I'm sorry that you date women that don't listen to you. That's on you, pimp. I don't know what to tell them. Like, they act like that's how all women are. I'm sorry, but you don't demand the respect that you deserve as a man if all of your experiences with women are that women have been walking all over you your whole life. I'm sorry. That's just that. To me, that seems like you have some issues and something that you need to work on. And men, they don't take accountability for their part on what they need to do. And they always blame women. And it's like, oh, well, I'm with this woman, I'm with that woman, and that's what she did this. And all my experiences are bad. Well, maybe that's because of the type of man you are.
That could be true too.
That is true.
We got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
You're doing fine about yourself.
I'm good. My question to the panel, especially to those who agree with, I would say, Shawana, is where in the world have you seen your version of life? Where have you seen it work ever? I'm asking the question because I come from a third world country. And yes, a case can be made that because of where we stand financially, culturally, though, we do very differently. I came to the States 17 years ago only to realize trying to mate and date is very different. And what I've seen the difference is, I think a lot of people nowadays, when they're dealing with modern women in general, is that some of these things that we used to value are no longer there. For example, the sense of family. That's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. So the version that seems to be so appealing to women nowadays, where they do the things they do and find a way to justify it, where have you seen it work for the things that we used to value and we used to be able to work towards? For example, family, children, legacy, things of that nature, which maybe not as a cause, but more like as a consequence, as women are, trying to get to the places that they're trying to get. Some of these things have been lost over time. So where have you seen it work the way y'all want to do it nowadays? Where have you seen it work?
Can I speak to this? Because let me just say this. First of all, I don't know what he's referring to as far as how I want things to work, and it's opposite of what has been stated here, because he's pretty much saying that I don't agree with my man being in a leadership position in my home, and that's not how I live my life. When I don't really have to explain to y'all how I live my life, but that's definitely nothing that I said or represented on this show. So that tells me, one, that men don't listen to me, because I definitely have never said I am the head of my house and I run my home and I do this and I do that. And actually what I have been doing is telling women things that they could do to enhance their relationship and make their relationship better. So if you don't think that works, when I have been, in a successful relationship, and I exhibit that it works. So I don't know what else to tell you besides that it plays out in my own life. But you guys can respond to the rest of the things that he said, because he kind of limited me based on whatever perception he has, and didn't even really listen to anything that I've said. So
Tawana, you forgot to add that last part, the period at the end.
First of all, I don't even talk like that, But the thing is this: sometimes you get frustrated with the amount of judgment that comes from people, and the reason that I say that is because people forget what the purpose of this show is. The purpose of this show is for me to bring a different perspective and a different energy. And so when I get pigeonholed into this one idea of how I have to feel, it bothers me. It bothers me because everybody don't have to operate based on how you view life and how you view
it. I know you can't hear nobody right now because I haven't put you in.
I'm so tired. I'm tired of them. Like, I'm tired of them.
Yeah, all right.
Why? Why are you tired of them?
Because I hate to have to, for people to attack your personal life. It's like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with whatever I got going on in the show.
I wouldn't even worry about that, because all of the women that attack me in the comments, I know that they really want me in real life. Like, I know that if I ever gave them little hussies, we're gonna say that, we're gonna use what my grandma say. If I gave them hussies a little time a day, they'd be so thankful. They'd be praising God. I was praying for a guy.
I'm not
like
even
Anton to come into my life. They could ever be so lucky. It's like hitting the lottery.
They could never be on my level. I think that a lot of people hide behind social media. Don't get me wrong. I think that people are they like to be cyber bullies. Don't get me wrong. But
gotta call it.
It just gets annoying sometimes. That's all. It just gets really weird. People are just weird. That's all.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good night, everybody. How you guys doing?
What's happening?
Question for Tawana. I know you have a lot of girlfriends who might be single, and I'm sure some of them call themselves independent.
Okay.
Why would an independent woman, the type that says, "Well, I can do it all by myself," pay my bills and all that stuff. You know, why would that person need a man, or why would that person need to marry a man? What's your opinion on that?
Why would an independent person need to marry a man? Is that what he said, JR? Because can you
repeat that again,
I
caller?
don't think he can hear me.
The type that says I can do it all by myself. I can pay my own bills. You know, the Beyonce song, Destiny's Child song. Sorry. Why would that woman need to marry a man?
Say it one more time from the beginning, because I think the first part is cutting out.
I think he's saying, why do independent women who feel like they can do it all by themselves and they really don't need a man, why do they need to marry a man if they can do it everything alone? Is what he's
right. Yeah.
What he's saying.
That's what he said. He's saying.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that the short answer is that a woman has to want this in her life. She has to want a family. She has to want a man in her life. And I can't make a woman who feels like she doesn't need a man see the value in it. What happens to those women is later on in life, they start to realize that they want a companion, they want a partner, and they haven't done the work to do so. And so then later on in life, they start regretting the decisions that they made as far as saying, oh, I don't want a woman. I don't want a man in my life. I can take care of myself and I can do this. I like to travel. I like to go when I want to, and I don't want nobody telling me what to do. A lot of women, what happens when they age and then they start to realize like, oh, you know what? I do kind of want a partner. It gets to an age where it's harder to get a partner. At this point, you've been independent for all these years and you've been doing everything by yourself. So is a man going to really be able to come into your life and change your life? And so you said a lot of my friends are single, which they're not, you know, so I mean, I can't say that, you know, a lot of my friends, they're in long-term relationships and, you know, they are married. So, you know, we have a different mindset when you're that way. But yeah, if my single friends, they ask me for advice or they see me and be like, you know, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you do that? I tell them that, you know, right now you may feel like I'm independent. I can do what I want. I can move around. But later in life, you know, you want a family, you want all these things. And it's going to be difficult for you to obtain it the older you get. And that's, you know, that's just the reality.
I mean,
hey, go ahead, fam.
We got another caller. Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh.
What's going on? This is Al.
No, I was saying go ahead, Josh, but go ahead, Al.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so this is Al again, the guy that the big guy that
we remember you.
So, it's funny how you responded to my statement because I'm on your side, bro. I mean, I'm not cool with the modern the relationship dynamic these days. And basically, you know, my statement about alpha males and beta males is not me saying that label shouldn't exist. It's just that I don't put a label on it. And at the end of the day, I can be considered an alpha only because of the money I make. Just because of my size, just because of the demands I make of the woman that I date. So at the end of the day, I'm not a beta. I mean, but you know, if you feel that way, that's you. But at the end of the day, I dated a young lady that was that turned me on to the whole alphabetic thing, and it bothered me because you know I'm just a truthful person, and at the end of the day, I want truth in my life. I want respect. Like I said, I will love my woman as long as she respects me. But when she starts crossing me and starts disrespect, I mean, I have to turn the tables and let her know, you know, you're not going to disrespect me. You know, so,
really?
Is he married?
That's the reason why I called. But you know, Anton, it's all good, man.
But listen, bro, listen.
JR, ask him, is he married? I can hear you.
Tawana wants to know if you're married. Al, Tawana wants to know if you're married.
No, I'm not married.
All right,
I actually got engaged, but I called off the engagement because of some issues. And
you said you got engaged, but you called it off? So are you engaged or?
Yeah, I was. The young lady I was married to, I mean, it's a big dynamic with this makeup and everything, you know, so sometimes you have to make demands of women and understand who they really are, and you know, I mean, so
what?
I don't know. All I can say at this point, the relationship dynamic is can I cuss?
Listen, bro,
it's bullshit. That's all I can say. It's out of control. Because I'm not trying to date no single mom. I want a woman without children that I can make a child with. And that's a big issue. Just
how old is he,
that.
JR?
And that shouldn't be the case. But you know.
Hey Al,
But it's
BJ
all
age.
good.
How old are you?
Yeah. I'm actually 43.
43.
So,
all right. I'm gonna respond when he done.
The panel is the people in the panel, but yeah.
He can't hear you.
All right, like I think Anton.
I know, that's why I said I'm gonna respond when he done.
Okay, Anton wants to respond to you. Go ahead, Anton.
So the thing is,
I can't hear you, by the way.
Yeah, he can't hear.
I know, but he'll be able to rewind it when he's watching it on YouTube.
Or if you want to, you can put the phone on mute and turn YouTube up so you can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what it comes down to, it's not about whether you on my side or not. The whole idea is that you can't base how you move off of what you want as far as relationships and women. Like I'll give you a perfect example. And this is a real life, because you know I use my real life. So I was out shooting and doing my thing and all of that other type of stuff today, right? And then my chick was like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to get home or whatever tonight or whatever, because I know, you know, your schedule or whatever. But right after the show, we can cuddle, and I can't wait to lay up under you." I told her, I said, "Oh, I can't do that today because I'm going to the gym right after, because I wasn't able to get to the gym this morning because I had so much work to do." And she like, "I mean, tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, tonight." Like, the work still has to be done. I'm not moving based off of what everybody else is doing. I'm moving based off of what I know is the best thing to do. I'm always doing the work. I know I got growth. You know what I'm saying? There's areas that I have to grow in. I know that I have to meet certain expectations based off of what the goals and the projections are. But ultimately, me getting fit, me getting in shape, right, using this same situation is a better circumstance for her, because not only do I look better, not only do I feel better, but I'm gonna live longer. So my point is that when you own your purpose, you don't speak based off of what you want from women or how women are gonna fit in your life. You just live how you gonna live, and just understand that the money come with it, the women come with it, all of the benefits that come along with being great, it comes with it. So don't worry about being on my side. Worry about doing the work and continuing to level up and be the best version of yourself. Hey, fam, hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to coach you personally. You're going to be great, bro.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Yes, this is Sim. And I'm on right now?
Yeah, you live right now. Go ahead. Statement, come in.
Okay. I partially agree with Tawana and Antoine. I think you need to have your purpose as a man, but 95% of these dudes that be calling in are really like super beta males because they have all these complaints about women. When if you really were a man, a woman should never be able to get that far in your life to even make you feel that way. You know, the moment she starts to degrade you, it's over. And you move on and keep it pushing. That way you won't have all these emotional scars. So I think that's part of the problem, is that you know, yes, it's good to have money and all these things. I never had a problem with women because I don't let it get to the point where they start disrespecting me, so I don't carry all that emotional luggage. Understand?
Agree.
I rock with that.
100%. I agree with
All right, caller, appreciate you calling in.
You can't blame all your negative experiences on women. Something wrong with you, sir. Yeah. As Anton stated, women ain't disrespecting you in your life, correct? You haven't had that experience. The type of man you are, you demand a level of respect, and so no woman would treat you like that.
You know, the interesting thing about it is that the only reason I even know about these angry women or these women that label themselves independent, because there's nothing wrong with being strong, but if you throw that independent label in there, it's like you're trying to separate yourself, like you some different type of creature. The only reason I'm even aware of it is because I'm listening and having these conversations, and I'll be on Clubhouse and I'll be in these rooms listening to these women talk. But as far as my own personal experiences, I've never interacted with or been in a situation where I was with a woman or rocked with a woman or had a conversation with a woman where she didn't automatically move a certain type of way around me. So I don't have complaints as regards to dealing with women. They already know exactly what it is when they come around me.
Hey Josh, we got a lot of people asking about those munchies, man.
Man, I was just eating one of those Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut granola bars.
I don't know, man. Your eyes look a little low, man.
Man, I've been sitting here the whole time, man. I ain't went nowhere since this whole thing started.
Man, you might have had the edible.
I wish. I wish.
These people. You might as well stop putting these irrelevant quotes up. I do not want to see these people. They are pointless.
Man, you gotta love the comments, man. Come on, get these likes up, man.
Well, put the nice ones up. I see some nice ones. You skip right on over those. You do
the nice ones are boring.
You do the ignorant ones. You know, let me just stop giving these people a platform. You know, let's promote the positive.
Keep asking
hey,
about
JR, what happened to Lando? He was like,
oh no, he had to go. He told me he had to go.
Oh, okay.
Did he have to go because it was? Because his chick was like, it's bedtime. And she said, you better hang up the phone right now. What is going on, bro? Like, why did he dip? He text you on the side and say, hey, I gotta go. What's going on, bro?
That's so funny.
He better not know Gino either. He better not know Gino Black, bro.
He didn't even know what you was talking about.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, but the viewers know what I'm talking about.
He was in the black. He was in the black, but he don't know Gino Black.
Yeah, caller, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Who is this? You just called in already?
No, it's my first time calling.
Okay.
All right, my name is Sean. And basically, this is, this kind of for the whole panel. One, I love your show. I like what you guys are doing. I like that you have a woman on the show. Even a lot of the time I don't agree with her, but it's always good, definitely to see another perspective. What I would like to ask, though, is do women look at themselves and ask, would they date themselves? Because,
yeah,
I feel like they look at what we have to offer and they judge our choices on what we have to offer. But if you had to choose those same things, would you?
Mm-hmm.
And Anton, I want to hit you up on Instagram. I want your culture too, big dog. Let me know what you want. Let me know what the paycheck is.
I got you, fam.
Another one. All right, we appreciate
you
you calling in,
caller. Guidance we see.
No problem, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Lots of men need guidance. I'm glad that he.
Go ahead, caller. You there? Caller, you there?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm here. This is Terrell. I'm calling from Harvard, Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I'm from the crib. Hey, I was wondering, do you guys feel like it's some kind of like a situational alpha? Like one guy moving in one particular room, maybe he got all the money, he's the top guy. But if he get in the room with other top guys, is that guy still an alpha? If he's not the top guy in one particular room, you get what I mean?
That's a good question.
I can answer that all day.
Go ahead, Anton.
I think that alphas recognize other alphas, and it's like you don't have to necessarily move any differently when you in certain rooms. I think that when you in a room with other high value men, you really champion and celebrate each other, and you learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that there's a guy there's never okay, so he was in a room full of betas and he controlled that room, and now he's in the room for the alphas. No, it's almost like I think that either Lando or Josh mentioned it earlier, real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, well, let's get this money together, or let's see how we can figure this out together, or, oh, dude, I see you doing it over there. All right, I'm about to make that adjustment and level up also. So it's always celebrating and championing the greats and acknowledging the stuff that other people do well, and then you make the adjustments accordingly. But you can spot some trash and some dudes that's not living up to the expectations. And we all got to get coached. You know what I'm saying? Even me, I don't know a dude that's not great that don't have a mentor. You can always lean on other people to ensure that you become a better version of yourself. That's how champions move. But at the same time, the instinct and the way that the thing that makes you alpha is how you move, the dude that's seeking to be greater, the dude that's going to do whatever it takes to be great, survive, all of that other type of stuff. So it's not about who you in a room with, it's how you move when you in certain rooms.
I mean, I would say as far as, situational, I mean, it just depends on the situation. If you a man with a bunch of money and you're on a boat that's sinking and you can't swim, you're not going to be the alpha in that situation. You're going to drown. Just like, if you are the best basketball player and they're given a test on geometry and you're not good at geometry, you're not going to be the alpha in that situation either. So I mean, the thing is that we live in a world right now where nobody has to kill a water buffalo to survive. So the thing is that pretty much people can pick their lane and be alpha in the lane that they're in. But in a world where everyone has to survive and you have a limited amount of anything for people to survive on, then what's the alpha is going to be the person that's most likely to survive.
The best example of that is if you see how the top comedians move, if you see how Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, even Bill Burr, Chris Rock, all of them, when they in the room with each other, they building each other up, they celebrating each other, they all winning together, they you know what I'm saying, gleaning from each other, and they highlight the greatness of each other. That's a room full of the greats. Like, they not trying to, like, it's natural to compete, right? You always want to be the best at everything you do, but they're not trying to assert themselves. Alphas don't have to assert themselves in a room at any point in time. They just naturally who they are. They are assertive, they're competitive, they winners, they move a certain type of way. And when they see other dudes that's moving in the same direction as them, they champion them. They don't tear them down. That's the difference.
Yeah, but also on that same token, I mean, in that room, you're mentioning comedians. Now, we'll say that, people pretty much can understand that in a room full of comedians, Dave Chappelle is probably the alpha. Because
he's the best at what he does. That
yes,
the alpha.
But no. But what I'm saying, when you think about the things that you're going to measure a comedian on, Dave Chappelle has the biggest thing.
Right.
So, when you're thinking about that, him or Kevin Hart right now, now if we're talking about, somebody like Hannibal Buress or something like that, who is he in comparison to the two guys I just named?
But think about it though, right? Because like at some point there were other comedians in the conversation. Like if you take my man that was hating on Kevin Hart a lot, what was his name? The dude that played in All About the Benjamins. See, I didn't even forget his name. The one that played in All About the Benjamins with Ice Cube, and he played in Friday. And all that.
You making me
forget.
Mike Epps. So Mike Epps, and it's a bunch of other comedians that's throwing stones because they not there. You know what I'm saying? And so my all I'm saying is, there are people that are super great in their lane. Like, for example, if you take a Jay-Z was in a room with Warren Buffett, right? I would very much say both of them to a certain extent. And I don't really know Warren Buffett's personality, but I would say to a certain extent that both of them is an alpha male. Warren Buffett got more money than Jay-Z, but Jay-Z may be more talented. Jay-Z may have more of an impact socially. But my point is that they're both in a room because they celebrating and championing each other, and they both moving in a direction that's successful and sustainable as far as bigging each other up and making each other even better versions of themselves as a result of gleaning and learning from each other.
That's because there's mutual benefit.
Yeah, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, winners are usually around winners. They don't be around other losers. You know what I'm saying?
We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you got a statement or comment.
Okay,
Where you calling from
cool,
first?
cool.
Where you calling from?
Oh, yeah, my name is Jay. I'm calling from Philly.
From who?
Philly.
I said, my name is Jay. I'm calling from Philly.
Okay, Philly.
Philly.
All right.
Yeah, so I just had two questions. It's a great show you guys got, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The first question is, will I be considered beta if I go 50-50 on bills with my girl?
Yes. Next. I'm just
Yeah, Tawana.
Yes,
Wait, what was the question again?
He said he wants to know if he's considered beta if he goes 50-50 on bills with his lady.
He probably shouldn't even be in a relationship at that point. He should be like grinding. How old is he?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like,
man,
I'm
you
not
shouldn't
really
even.
trying to date right now, but like if I were like say around
No,
28,
no.
you know, around
Like
that
you
age.
shouldn't. You should not be living with a chick
Yeah.
at
So you
23
focusing on
years
your
old,
purpose.
Bro, you got so
Okay.
much runway ahead of you. Do not slow yourself down by trying to figure out the dynamics of a living situation with a woman.
You shouldn't
Yo,
even be
go
talking
get
about that right
get
now.
on your grind and level up, bro.
Yeah.
You got a ton of runway. Listen, she in the best years of her life, physically, which is the thing that men generally look for. You are in your infancy and your earning potential and your greatness. Focus on you. Let the chips fall where they may, but do not put yourself in a position to have to be subjected to a woman and you have to go 50-50 on bills. That shows that you're not where you're supposed to be and you got work to do and you need to focus 120% of your time on you, bro.
Yeah, can you let me know when they're done? Because I had just another question.
All right, go ahead with your other question.
My other question is you know, with like it being now, because you know internet, we have so many like channels like Kevin Samuels, and then you have channels for girls. Like, what is the number one thing that we need to do to get back to like the 60s and the 70s, where you know marriage rates was like 80% amongst black people? Like, what is the number one thing we need to do?
Hey Josh, you want to answer that?
Of course. The thing that I feel like people would need to do is understand that we're not in the 60s anymore. That's the thing. Like, what does the new normal look like? You know, things like marriage are, you know, they serve a function in society. It'll always be, you know, a cornerstone of society. The difference is, you know, how does that look in 2021? So, you know, with that being said, like I said, I feel like, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, we still need that institution. So we just have to figure out how to make that situation work for us nowadays. I mean, granted, you got to think about it like this. You know, we're in a different world. You know, we have a lot more opportunities than we've ever had to do anything before. So, you know, with that being said, how do we pick something that makes sense for us and stick with that to the end? Because at the end of the day, you know, this is kid in the candy store, really. You can always compare the situation that you have with the potential situations that are out there. So how do you pick the one that works for you, that gives you what you need, and learn to, you know, take that situation and deal with it?
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Josh. I think that the way that you handle it is that men start becoming men again. Like, one of the reasons why, well, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive, but men stop taking care of their kids, and then they allow women to raise an entire generation of beta men. They didn't value taking care of themselves and becoming the best version of themselves, and they fell by the wayside. So the way that you solve the problem, because men choose wives, why women don't choose husbands. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to evaluate exactly what needs to be done, men need to start doing the work and leveling up and stop worrying about women.
Yes.
Once they get to a space where they are what they're supposed to be, they'll more effectively be able to choose the woman that's for them. And what happens is you'll start to see a lot of these beta men falling off by the wayside that's validating bad behavior from women, that's enabling them to move a certain type of way and feeling like they're entitled to any kind of man that they want. Once you start seeing the results that come along with men that's doing the work and moving in their purpose, things will naturally fall back into order. But as long as you have that guy that's acting like the prodigal son and fell away from exactly what he was supposed to be doing in his life, things will never get back to the way they're supposed to be, ever.
All right. Got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, you know what it is, man. You should have my number locked in by now. This is Chicago, River Southside, Wild Rosa. What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
that?
Man, you know the
Chicago
vibes. You know the vibes. Tawana, I need you to, next time you in that Facebook group, I need you to take a look at that picture behind you before you respond.
All right.
Think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind?
I love how
does a man want an independent woman? No. Period, point blank, end of sentence. Men do not. Tawana, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I know you can't hear
me. Men do not want an independent woman. We want a woman that's fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. And I think people are confused in Proverbs 31, you know, with what this whole concept of independent woman. The crazy thing when you talk about independent women, I know a caller earlier talked about Destiny's Child and Beyonce and all that blase skip. Beyonce was telling you that whole independent woman, whole time she was going after Jay-Z. Whole time she was building herself up to get Jay-Z, right? Whole time these women telling y'all this, that, and the third blase skip woo about being independent, they off married doing their thing, right? So when you talk about being independent, that's absent of what? A man's leadership, guidance, protection, provision, the whole nine. Now,
Blame Jamie, Neo, and
Plies. You know how I
Plies.
give it up. Tawana, you know how I give it up. I'm going to call it straight down the middle. I try and give an objective perspective. But men do not want an independent woman. We want a woman that is going to complement us. We don't want a woman that's going to match our fly. You're not my equal.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Chicago-rilla,
I know, Tawana, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
That's Chicago-rilla. Hold on.
Mute the damn device, please, and shut up. First of all, God damn.
Did you tell me shut up?
Yes, I did. Because
She
you
said yes, she did.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's a bet.
That's a bet. Okay. First of all, Tawana never said that men wanted independent women. So
I didn't say Tawana said. Tawana, you represent women. I didn't say Tawana said.
Hello. I didn't say that.
Ooh, let it out, girl.
I didn't say that men wanted independent women. That's the first thing that I did not say. Okay. So I'm confused as to why y'all putting words in my mouth. Men hear what they want to hear and not what I actually said. I said that there was
the question I was responding to was, do men want independent women? Tawana gave a perspective. I responded back to it. In general.
Said no, men do not want
personal.
women. I said no, and I gave the reasons why. I said, they're controlling. I listed several reasons why men did not want independent women. Josh is the one who said that's not independent. That is adult. So what are you talking about? Why are you putting words?
Why are you big mad? Why are you big mad?
I don't like people putting.
I'm about to go listen to Plies.
I don't like people with. I don't like.
Mad.
And I don't respect life.
Mad.
I don't respect life. And I don't respect people who put words in my mouth.
Tawana, I didn't put nothing in your mouth. I didn't say anything incendiary or to get you off your square, ma.
You just said that I said something that I did not say.
I did not.
Roll the tape back.
I spoke listen, I literally spoke my truth. I may have referenced.
I never said men want independent.
Tell me what I said that you just said.
You said.
No,
that
you roll the tape back. I said, what did I say?
You said, can I finish the damn statement? You said, I said men want to be with independent women. I didn't say that. I never.
Tawana, you big man. I'm so disappointed.
Okay, well, be disappointed. You don't have to really give me your approval. I could care less. Okay, I don't care. I'm just letting you know exactly. Let's replace that. Look. Let
me do it this way. Because I know it's other people that want to jump on.
Please.
Look, Tawana. Look, okay, I apologize. I mean no offense.
You're the last caller.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Even better. I don't mean no offense. I didn't mean to put any words in your mouth. I was just speaking to the question. The question was, do men want an independent woman? No. That's all.
Well, this is what I want you to do.
Mad.
What I'm saying, Chicago.
Now, listen, man. Y'all got an amazing show.
Thank you.
Thanks up. Y'all gotta support this show, fam.
Chicago.
Stop being a big man. You gotta support this show. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. Get these likes. I can't even hear you, Tawana. Get these likes up. Hey, and get in that Facebook group. That Facebook group is not for the weak. Click all the links. Go ahead and follow Anton. Go ahead and follow JR. Go ahead and follow Tawana, a.k.a. Shawana now. And go ahead and follow B-Mix, man. Hey, family, I love y'all. Let me see. Hey, JR, if you staying on for the after hours, I'm commenting on that too, fam.
I appreciate it.
Salute, y'all.